Rockstar Games.
It's impossible to accurately convey just how popular this franchise is. It is unfathomably huge.
Rockstar, a name synonymous with some of the greatest titles in gaming history, started off in 1998 as a small subsidiary of Take-Two Interactive. Today, it's a giant in the gaming industry, delivering unforgettable experiences that have etched themselves into our memories. Not only this, but Rockstar itself has turned from a meager subsidiary to a much more prestigious company than its parent company. But lately, Rockstar's shine seems to be dimming. It isn't the same company it was in the 2000s. With the highly anticipated release of GTA 6 at hand, many are questioning if this gaming behemoth has lost its way. What happened to Rockstar? The once revered studio behind legendary games like GTA and Red Dead Redemption. Why do fans now view it as one of the most controversial companies in the gaming world? Well, the answer lies in the very product that promises to change the landscape of gaming forever. Let's discover what might be causing this Titan's legacy to falter. GTA 6 is the game players have been waiting for a long time, and it's set to release in 2025. With leaks and the trailer giving us a little peek at the game, anticipation is soaring. The graphics are so realistic that it shocked the players and made them question if we've finally reached the pinnacle of realism. Meanwhile, the nostalgia from seeing places reminiscent of GTA Vice City is incredible. Even GTA enthusiasts, with the help of the leaks, have pieced together a conceptual map of GTA 6. Since Rockstar is coming with a new GTA game after 12 years, expectations are through the roof, and rightly so, after seeing the progress made with GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2. But now the question arises, will GTA 6 game live to the hype? With Dan Houser, Leslie Benzies, and Laszlo Jones leaving Rockstar, there will be massive changes in Rockstar HQ. And so, the approach to the game's development will also be affected. Even when Dan Houser was overseeing Red Dead Redemption 2's development, many changes were made during and after its completion to make it like it is, making the influence of such key figures an integral part of the overall game's performance. But with experienced leaders gone, it is unclear what their replacements will bring to the table and whether it will justify the massive $2 billion investment. Players are divided on this, and they think investing in a game is reckless, like throwing money into the air. Another hallmark of the GTA series is its politically incorrect satirical humor. But seeing the recent progress of Rockstar, there are concerns that they are losing their innovative edge. If Rockstar gets involved in the woke culture, like almost every other big company has been doing lately, it will lose many of its loyal customers and its reputation will hit rock bottom. This $2 billion gamble makes GTA 6 a make-or-break moment for the company. And if they fail, the fallout would be catastrophic, with irreparable damage done to Rockstar's name, and soon they will cease to exist without recovering a good profit from their long-awaited masterpiece. But that's just the first reason. The second one is even more concerning. Rockstar's employees are the backbone of the company. They are the ones responsible for creating the masterpieces we enjoy. Lately, Rockstar has demanded its employees to commute to their respective offices 5 days a week, and the company has given the employees only 6 weeks to wind up their affairs. Rockstar claims that they demanded this to improve productivity and for security, most probably to prevent any further leaks. With the release of GTA 6 now being closer than ever, Rockstar claims that working 5 days a week will help speed up finalizing the game's development. Now, this isn't much to be demanded of, so why are the employees upset with this? During the pandemic, Rockstar mostly hired remote workers, meaning most developers were working remotely, and probably do not live near Rockstar studios. They might be in a different city, a state, or even a country. In any case, giving only 6 weeks to tend to their affairs and relocate is a bad joke. If a developer is based in a different city, they'll need time to find accommodation near the studio and ensure their family is well cared for during their absence. Even if a developer decides to bring their family along, shifting to a new place isn't a quick process. On top of this, 170 Rockstar employees had signed a petition last year against the company's 3 days in office per week policy. And now, Rockstar has come to demand 5 days a week, shows how absurd and invisible the company actually is when it comes to labor laws and the well-being of its employees. What's more bizarre? Rockstar had assured its employees that it would not force them to work 5 days a week, yet here we are. Now, they are backing up again from their assurances with no repercussions and just helpless cries from the employees. But let's assume the employees with some miracle pack up their bags and manage to reach Rockstar Studios for 5 days. Their fears don't end there. For quite some time, Rockstar has been in the spotlight for its inhumane working conditions during crunch periods. From today till the release date of 2025, it's another crunch period for Rockstar, and employees believe they will again be subjugated to 60 hours of work per week with no compensation for the blood and sweat they are putting to fill Rockstar's bank account. But Rockstar's inconsiderate behavior doesn't end here. While demanding employees to come to their offices 5 days a week and work like a machine, they have left them with only 2 options: comply or leave. Soon after, Rockstar implicitly announced that any employee who doesn't show up to the work will not be credited for work in GTA 6's ending credits that will be shown after the campaign's completion. As bizarre as it seems, it's true, and they have sugarcoated this pretty well, with one employee even agreeing with this. Think of yourself as a developer who has worked for the past 3 years for a game many believe will be the biggest masterpiece of this era. And now you are given the choice of working under horrific circumstances. Otherwise, you wouldn't even get the credit for your hard work. Their fears are justified and legitimate. If they worked for 100 hours a week to make Red Dead, we can only imagine what misery developers would have to go through to complete the much advanced and higher quality GTA 6. But why? Why all this pressurizing and giving employees a reason to leave or get terminated? Well, the answer is this. In these couple of years, the world has seen drastic changes, most notably the arrival of artificial intelligence, and this offers a clue to Rockstar's absurd passive aggression towards its employees. This piece of tech has become an important integrated part of many businesses and helped them achieve what hundreds of employees would. When you have this technology at your disposal, so why would you still keep expandable employees? The perk from this forced layoff is quite obvious. Once the employees start to realize how expendable they are by seeing that Rockstar doesn't even care if they stick or leave, they will fear for their jobs and will work even under insurmountable pressure and will make the executives feel more empowered. We can name this as modern slavery, but the devil's work doesn't end here. Even with pushing employees beyond their limits, Rockstar hasn't been able to solve the most frustrating thing in GTA Online: modders. While Rockstar has made significant progress to curb modders and has nearly removed them from the consoles, the situation on PC is a different story, with PC players left in the dark, and the problem has become far worse, with players claiming that modders on PC have become more powerful than Rockstar itself. According to players and some modders, it's pretty easy for them to bypass Rockstar's anti-cheat system, but this modders problem wasn't that bad in the start. In fact, it was harmless. Initially, modding was used to get more money, and this was also a good form of content for YouTube. We have seen multiple YouTube videos of players who used to do things with a new mod installed each time, and we enjoyed their gameplay, and it never harmed anyone. But now, mods are just cheat codes to harass anyone in the lobby and make them rage quit. It hasn't even been a minute since you jumped in a public session, and you find yourself in World War III. And with Rockstar making itself look like the sincerest company on the planet in the midst of all of this, is just pathetic. Rockstar doesn't care about GTA or Red Dead Online players and doesn't take any real action against these modders. But even if they do update the game with new anti-cheat patches, which takes them a lot of time for God knows what reason, it only takes a day or two for modders to crack those patches and continue turning public sessions into chaotic battlegrounds. But then one day in 2022, a new anti-cheat patch came and literally got the game rid of 95% of the anti-cheat system, making it impossible to detect cheaters. The only thing that might have been stopping some of the modders from desecrating public lobbies was now gone, and it was the end of GTA Online's public sessions. Players are so traumatized that they don't even dare to play in public lobbies. But there's something else to this new patch. It removed 95% of the anti-cheat system, but the remaining 5% of the system is still there. So, who does that system detect? Not anyone in GTA Online most of the time, but surely those modders who use mods in story mode. But let's agree on one thing. Modders are talented. Imagine what wonders they could achieve if they worked with Rockstar and showed their creativity in developing their games. If you think that way, modders can be the sole asset to bringing something new and unique to Rockstar's games. And modders are even ready to work for such companies. But we can only imagine this because Rockstar isn't in the mood to get some good guys on their teams, especially when they have clearly shown they are fed up with their current employees and finding reasons to fire them. But not only does Rockstar neglect and ignore modders, it also either sues or threatens them, like they owe money to the IRS. Rockstar and its parent company, Take-Two, have been quite aggressive against modders, and threatening them was not just a one-time offensive. They have done this multiple times to several users. Rockstar and Take-Two have crossed their limits, and by doing this, Rockstar has gotten into an everlasting feud with the modding community. A potential asset that could bring innovation to Rockstar is alienated. But that was just one of the many problems that modders posed. Players have been discussing what modders will be capable of doing in GTA 6 Online, because seeing Rockstar's crackdown against modders being lackluster at best, there isn't much hope for the developers to install an effective anti-cheat system in GTA 6. If that's the case, players already know that modders will make GTA 6 Online lobbies a living hell. Rockstar will need to assure players with some real progress against modders. Otherwise, the game will be killed before it even takes off. The Remastered Trilogy's performance and stats make it clear. Rockstar has lost its shine, and its development team has dropped its standards. Despite the hype and expectations, Rockstar made zero efforts to truly enhance the game. What was once a nostalgic trip down memory lane turned into a bug-filled disaster. Many players claimed that even changes made to the graphics were done by an image-enhancing AI tool, which doesn't seem to be a lie when you look closely at the graphics. While the polygon count on the characters and structures was increased with enhanced color grading and better FPS rates, the faces of characters and imbalanced shadows with trash texture details made the game a complete mess, which ought to be a lovingly crafted remaster, felt like a cheap cash grab in reality. And that's what is wrong with solely relying on AI tools. They are unable to catch the small, crucial details that humans can do according to the game's needs, but Rockstar, for whatever reason, decided to skip this step. All Rockstar had to do was to let one of their guys double-check the work that the AI tool did, and all of the backlash could have been prevented. Rockstar didn't even bother to send the game to their quality assurance team to check the graphics or the developers to check for bugs in the source code. But Rockstar thought it would be an unnecessary expense and gave one of the worst remasters in gaming history, making Rockstar only one thing: a lazy money-grabbing machine. But it isn't like Rockstar would knowingly turn their greatest masterpieces into trash. So why would Rockstar sabotage their own classics? The lack of supervision hints at a deeper issue, possibly the obsession with something else. Rockstar is obsessed with GTA 5 Online. Because it was their golden goose, they literally stretched this particular GTA for more than 10 years. Instead of pushing boundaries, Rockstar kept its focus on updating GTA Online with everything they could think of. This obsession with GTA Online was the death of innovation.
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
For a company that used to be known for the very thing. If we look at Rockstar's timeline of introducing new GTA games, the company was quite consistent in launching a new masterpiece every 4 to 5 years. Even the release of GTA 5 was 5 years after the launch of GTA 4. Now, it has been more than a decade, and all this time, Rockstar, instead of coming up with something in the GTA series, has focused only on cramming new DLCs and heists into GTA Online. Because of this, we have seen the same game come in 3 different consoles, something that has never been seen before. Players didn't even see the rise of Red Dead Redemption Online, making it look like it wasn't even there in the first place. All because Rockstar has found its golden nugget in GTA Online, and with this, it seems like it doesn't even care to give players anything new to play. Shortly after Rockstar released GTA 6 trailer, they decided to bring the biggest update to GTA Online, signaling that they aren't done with the game yet. Perhaps this was why Dan Houser left. The company he had helped to rise to fame isn't the same anymore, and is now fixated on one game. Well, if we look closely, it is not just Rockstar's fault. As a large corporation with many shareholders financing it, it's quite obvious they would prioritize profits over innovation. Risky ventures are sidelined in favor of guaranteed returns. Sadly, that's how it usually goes for these companies. This unquenchable thirst for money has overshadowed Rockstar's creative spirit. But greed can never be fulfilled, and Rockstar's lust for money was not fulfilled yet. You see, Rockstar's newest cash cow is aimed at squeezing even more money from the players. A subscription that gives you monthly deposits, new outfits, and RP accelerator bonuses, all of which are appealing to new players. But for seasoned players who already have millions in their bank, this isn't worth $6. And honestly, this makes GTA Online more like a pay-to-play game. Even if you don't look that way, this subscription is useless, as many players claim that this gives them nothing valuable because they already have tons of money and cars. And instead of Rockstar giving them something genuinely good, it gave them another ploy to milk their wallets. But there's more beneath the surface. Players have speculated and discussed that perhaps GTA Online is just a testing ground for GTA Plus, and Rockstar's true intentions will only become clear once GTA Plus comes to GTA 6. While this remains unconfirmed, it raises a troubling possibility. What if Rockstar makes players pay for subscriptions for a game that will already be costing around $70 and make it a pay-to-win game? But Rockstar's chances of doing that are bare minimum. In the end, they want to bring in players, not scare them away with paid subscriptions that would surely backfire, leading to a drastic drop in their revenue target for the first week. Rockstar used to be the industry's golden child, revered for its compelling storylines and innovative gameplay, even when graphics were rough. Now they're as bad as the rest. For the OG gamers, it was all about the story. Yes, GTA 5's gameplay and graphics were a gift from Rockstar, but now, players want the company's old version back, the one that focused on story and gameplay over everything else. GTA 6 is the only game that can save Rockstar's tarnished reputation. Otherwise, the company will drown in lust for money in the same way Big Smoke died. But unlike him, Rockstar's legacy might be forgotten entirely. If this happens, the ironic twist would be that Rockstar's downfall would mirror the tragic ending of GTA San Andreas, because that's exactly what they became.